Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to make a gorgeous fall wreath using this stunning mix. And I am obsessed with this color palette, and I do have a kit available for this wreath while supplies last, so grab one while they're available. I have it linked in the description of this video. You can also find it in my Etsy shop, Jenny's Wreath Boutique, under kits, and if you don't see it there, that means it's sold out, but I've got a good amount available, so hopefully you can grab one if you want one. I'm using a 14-inch grapevine for this wreath. I wanted to mention the kit comes with the florals only, but if you want a 14-inch grapevine with your kit, there is an option to upgrade and grab a grapevine as well. This wreath is going to be about 23 inches in total diameter, 24 inches in total diameter using the 14-inch grapevine. We're also going to be using hot glue and a hot glue gun, and my favorite wire cutters. Also, you might want to use some bind wire or floral wire. I'll be using it for one of the stems. It's not necessary, but it does make the wreath easier. Let's go over the materials. The first thing we're using are 5 of these crotons. Look at the color variation on these. They're so stunning. This is the main greenery for our wreath. Then we have 2 of these light brown, orangish magnolia leaves. Look at that color combination. They look so pretty together. And then we have 1.5 stems. We have 1 and then 1/2 of this brown juniper. I'm obsessed with this texture. It's so pretty. I've put it in 3 wreaths already this year. So such a great item. Adds a beautiful brown texture to this wreath. Then we've got 2 brown cypress bushes. These are so great for wreath making. A lot of you were interested in this when you saw my fall and Christmas floral unboxing. These are really, really easy to work with, and they provide such a beautiful color and texture for fall. Then we have 2 of these burgundy willow bushes. So pretty. I used them in a tutorial recently for another video, and they're super popular. So I'm really excited to get to use them in this wreath as well. I grabbed a ton of them, so I'm excited to have enough to make another wreath sign. And then what makes this wreath extra special, over the top gorgeous, are these burgundy mini pomegranates. Look at these. Aren't they stunning? These are going to add such a beautiful pop of interest to our wreath, make it really unique and high end. First, we're going to add our first layer of greenery, fall foliage. So each of these has a long stem and a short stem. So I'm just going to cut them into 2 separate piles. The long stem is going to go in the middle. And if you want, you can twist any of these leaves to make them face forward. But we're just going to add some hot glue to the stem. Place it along the grain of the grapevine, kind of toward the middle of the grapevine. Bend it along. And now you can leave it out as it is, but I like to just tie it right around the middle just to hold it down a little bit. It gives us a little bit more control. And I'm just using bind wire to do this. I'll link it in the description. I just get it off Amazon. I like the bind wire because it's really easy to work with and it matches the grapevine. And you see, we place it along the grain of the grapevine. You can't even see the stem. Look at that. So clean. And then the shorter piece we're going to put on the outside. I like to let it, so you stagger down and then you place it along the outside, pretty far out, like on the outside of the grapevine. So we get some volume in our wreath. And then we're going to go down a little bit. So it just barely covers the last stem. And then we're going to place it in the grapevine. And we have 5 of these, so you want to make sure it's pretty evenly spaced. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't have to be perfect, but adding things 1 layer at a time is so helpful when it comes to making things spaced correctly. And if you can't poke these wires through the grapevine, just make it go around. It's totally fine, just as long as you're holding it in place. And then I'll adjust it so it's facing this way and fluffed up a little bit. So we're just going to continue this process until this whole wreath is covered with these crotons. All right, here it is so far with our first layer of greenery. Looking so good. Now we're going to add in our brown magnolia leaves. And we have 6 stems total because each spray has 3 stems. So what we're going to do is use the first 5 stems in between these pieces on the outside, and then we're going to break up the last stem to just add a few leaves to the middle. Again, just make sure the leaves are facing forward. You can take the leaves off and re-glue them if you like. Sometimes they will pop off really easily, or you can just twist them without having to re-glue. And then we're just going to glue the stem. Find a spot right in between those outer leaves and then place it there. You can also go in a little bit if you want them to cover some of the middle. But once we've figured out the spacing with the first greenery, it's really easy to keep going because we've already figured that out. So far, so good. Now with our last piece, we're going to break it up. We're going to have 2 pieces, another 2 pieces, and then this one. So we'll put these kind of across from each other, and then the other one just in between those. See how it just brings the leaves into the middle a little bit? It looks really nice. And then this one can go here, although maybe I'll put it here because there's more space there. Okay. All right. Looks pretty good. And look at that. It's taken less than 10 minutes and we already have that base going. Isn't that beautiful? Ah, I love it. Okay, now we're going to add some brightness with our beige cypress. These are so easy. You get 5 picks with each bush. They are just perfect. So easy to work with. And these are going to go on the inside and outside so we can incorporate them all throughout the wreath. And since we have 5 total, or 10 total, we're going to just do inside and outside in between every croton section. Okay, that really fills it in. It looks so pretty. I love it. Now we're going to add in our willow. And these are nice because you can push up the little leaves. See that? I love this combination of colors with the burgundy and the oranges. It's so warm, so pretty for fall. A little bit moody, but still bright enough for those of you who like those brighter oranges. We get 7 stems per bush, which is pretty good. So I'm just going to move them up just a little bit so we have a nice stem to work with. And this is really going to bring out the burgundies in our pomegranates as well. So again, we're just going to place these on the inside and outside, just all the way around the wreath evenly. Just remember you have 14 of them. So you can put in quite a few. I like to save these as my trash stems to make picks with leaves. So if you have an extra long stem on a bush like this, always save these because you can use them later for other projects. I love it. Look how much that changes the look of the wreath with that color in there. It's so pretty. Okay, let's add our pomegranates in. Now each of these has 3 clusters. 2 of them have 2 pomegranates and 1 of them has 3. So we're going to place the 3 across from each other and then fill in with the 2 in between those. And adding an element like this just takes the wreath over the top. Look at these. Aren't they so fun? I love them. It makes a pretty wreath extra special. Okay, so now that those are across from each other, we'll just put 2 in between each of them. And that's how we keep them even. My goodness. And if any of these heads fall off, it can happen. I had a couple fall off. Most of them are pretty good. Just dab some glue and put it back on. Really easy. All right, this already looks gorgeous, but the next thing we're gonna add is just gonna be the perfect finishing touch. We're gonna add these. It brings in some of that brown, so it's not just orange and burgundy. It kind of ties everything together and adds a beautiful layer of texture. So we have 1.5 of these stems. So what you're gonna do is cut them so you have 2 pieces on each stem. And then there's one section that has 1 and one that has 3. So you can probably guess. We're gonna cut the 1 section, and then the one that has 3, we're gonna cut it off so we can put it with the other single. So we have another double. You wanna have at least 5 total. I think we're gonna have 6 though, but 5 or 6, either way is fine. And I'm gonna place these in between each of the pomegranates. I love that brown in there. It's so pretty. So for the ones with the singles, I'm just going to place them in separately, kind of in the same spot. So we have that double look. And these are just going in kind of around the middle. Oh, I just knocked one of my little things off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab some glue and just place it on the little nub that it fell off of. Now it's going to be the most secure one there. I don't know if you're noticing, but when I'm gathering the leaves off to the side so I can put my stem in, I have my glued stem not over the wreath. The worst way that I get burns is if a glue drips on the leaf and then I place the stem in. The glue that dripped on the leaf is what burns me more than anything else. So if you hold it not over the wreath while you're gathering your stuff to find a spot to put it in, that will save you a lot of glue burns. Pro tip of the day. But here is the wreath. Oh my gosh. It is so pretty. Here's the side. Nice and fluffy. You can't even see the grapevine, but it's okay if you do because the grapevine is beautiful and natural. Here's the back. I love how it looks gorgeous from the back. Then just add a little jute loop for easy hanging, or you can hang it straight from the grapevine if you want. But look at this wreath. Let me know what you think. All of these items I did get wholesale. If you're wanting to know where I get all my supplies, I have a free cheat sheet in the description of this video that you can grab. It lists all of my favorite places, both retail and wholesale. And these are all from different wholesale places that I have listed there. So grab that if you don't have it already, but also grab a kit if you want to make this exact wreath. All right, I'm going to show you the up close details of this wreath on my door. But also, here is another video that YouTube thinks you're going to love. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.